Okay guys, 2017 is coming to a close, so I thought I should do my best and worst of the year lists. There are a few things to keep in mind before I start. Number one, this is my personal list, so there are going to be things on this list that a lot of you aren't going to agree on, and that's fine. And number two, there are going to be films on this list where you're like, hang on, that came out in 2016. I'm talking about films that were released in the UK in 2017. So, yeah. So, before I do the actual list, I've got quite a few honourable mentions. Like, I've got pretty much a whole page filled with honourable mentions right here. And the honourable mentions are Manchester by the Sea, Fast and Furious 8, Beauty and the Beast, Spider-Man Homecoming, War for the Planet of the Apes, The Big Sick, The Hitman's Bodyguard, Paddington 2, Wonder, and The Last Jedi. These are all films I loved, but they're films that didn't make the list. So let's get started with number 10. Number 10 is mainly on this list because I think it should be seen more. At number 10 is Steven Soderbergh's Logan Lucky. This film was fantastic, but it tanked at the box office. It did really badly, which I was kind of surprised by because it has a great cast, a great director. So I was surprised this film did really badly at the box office. It's a really fun film with great performances and masterful direction. So if you haven't had a chance to check out Logan Lucky, definitely see it. At number 9 is La La Land. This film was fantastic. It had incredible music, really catchy music, great performances and brilliant direction. I loved it. At number 8 is Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. I loved this film. It was beautifully animated, really funny, and yeah, it's a really good film that caught me by surprise. At number 7 is Call Me By Your Name. I loved this film. The acting in it is Oscar worthy. The screenplay is Oscar worthy. Pretty much everything in this film is Oscar worthy. This film is absolutely fantastic. At number 6 is Moonlight. This film was so great. I felt kind of like a fly on the wall in a way because it depicts this man's life from childhood to adulthood. It's so well acted, incredibly well written and directed, and yeah, it's one of the few films I can call flawless. At number 5 is a film that really surprised me, and that is Wonder Woman. I didn't like the trailers, but I saw the movie and wow, I adored Wonder Woman. It's a fantastic comic book film. What I love about Wonder Woman is that it's not just a great comic book film. It's also a great film on its own, and I really enjoyed that about this film. At number 4 is probably the biggest surprise for me this year, and that is Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. This film is really funny. It actually has a really good story to it, and yeah, I really surprisingly enjoyed this film. At number 3 is my favourite comic book film of the year, and that is Thor Ragnarok. What I like about this film is that it never loses sight of the family dynamic of the Thor franchise. Yeah, it's also really funny, and Taika Waititi did a great job directing this film. At number 2 is Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk. I loved this film. I loved it. Christopher Nolan made a masterpiece with this film. I saw it twice in cinemas, and it's fantastic. The action is great, and although there isn't a lot of character development, you still care for the characters. So at number 1, my favourite film of the year, it's obvious, it's the Emoji Movie. What else is it gonna be? Guys, I'm kidding, it's Blade Runner 2049. It's a fantastic film with incredible cinematography, incredible direction, incredible everything. The acting was fantastic, and there is no excuse if Roger Deakins does not win Best Cinematography at the Oscars. Guys, what are your favourite films of 2017? Tell me in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video. You guys are awesome. Blu-ray Billy, logging off.